one beside your name, you have a target on your back. And this top-ranked team in the land is going on the road against a squad that can make its season if it can pull off a major upset. Welcome to Charlottesville, home of the Virginia Cavaliers. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Florida International Panthers, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Virginia Cavaliers. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Cavaliers will kick it away to start us off. On the run from inside his own 5. He gets a block. He's got an alley. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't get it. It's a touchdown. That dude ought to have a lethal sticker on his helmet. Anytime he touches it, it can be a score. He touched it, and it was.
No doubt. Unbelievable speed. And if you're back deep for a kickoff, obviously, you've got those wheels. But to be able to get through, and guess what? No flags. No, it's going to count. Great job by the special teams being special.
That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. The Cavaliers offense will be the first to dial up ball plays in this one. Last time we saw these guys, it was a rather forgettable experience for this quarterback. He turned the football over. He got sacked. Just not a good day at all, Jesse.
Well, the defense was able to rattle him. They hit him often. They hit him early. They got sacks on him, and then he started feeling it. His eyes came down. He started floating the ball in the middle of the field and putting it into trouble and got picked off. So it's important in this one, David. Up front, they do a better job of helping him stay on his feet to get into a rhythm.
The best quarterbacks in the history of the game, when you continue to hit them, they become very human, and they start to rush their thought process. So he got hit early, and he got hit often last week, and that's why they lost. Position 1, objective number 1 today. Protect him, keep him upright, let him get some confidence.
And the Cavaliers want to pick up the tempo. Looking to throw a John. Flips it out on the screen. He breaks a tackle. Across the 25, he's got room. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Cavaliers come to the line with a new set of downs. Power football with the run. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. All right, guys, let's talk for just a moment about Virginia. For programs at this level, they are regularly fighting off the big school for diamonds in the rough, but it looks as if they won this battle with a commitment from a 3-star receiver, Jesse.
He just thought he had better opportunities on and off the field here at this program. He's going to get a lot of chances to make plays early. With his talent, expect him to start right away, and if I'm the offensive coordinator, I'm going to be trying to find ways to get this 3-star the ball.
They get him a push, and it pays off the sack at the 20. And the Cavaliers decide to punt it away. They'll have to put it away for the first time tonight. Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. So FIU's offense will go to work for the first time today. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on, they punch the clock and they're hard workers.
Sends it back in motion. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. He is stopped around the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. Now facing a 3rd and long. have a big completion here. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Got his man. Breaks into the open. Out of bounds right at the 20-yard line. Edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on a score. Just outside the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 21. Motion from the wideout. They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
Well, they're trying to go toss to the field and get that running back out into space to use his speed, but the defense looked like they were already lined up expecting that play, and they force a negative.
Finds his target down the middle. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
On the double.
And the Panthers are threatening on 1st and goal.
In blue. In blue.
They'll try to get it in with the run. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Florida International. They'll try to add another to their lead. Follow the block. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. To the ground with the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one. The Cavaliers will hustle to the line.
All season long, we've been watching this defense dominate against the run. They're the #1 rush defense in the entire country. With a big lead in this game, you cannot run the ball and expect to win and get back in it.
To the air, it's Shaw. Pulls it in. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the 1st down. And the Cavaliers will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fields the punt. Wants to make a play. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stops. Guys, FIU ready to go back to work on offense. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. From the gun, running back on the move. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. The Panthers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Down he goes, and the defense snuffs out this drive with a sack.
Well, here's a classic sudden change situation early in the game. We're going to see a few of these as the game goes on, but with the defense getting that stop on 4th down in their opponent territory, the offense now has an opportunity to come out here and maybe take a shot in this sudden change situation, see if they can catch the defense now.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
Quickly out to the tight end. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain. Back to throw, it's Shaw. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, the big fella almost almost had the interception. Instead, it'll be 4th down. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. And they weren't able to get him in the middle of the field, so now a 49-yarder from the right hash. Didn't make him sweat it off. It's good. Now the lead is down to 11. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. On the move from inside his 5. He just about popped that one for a long one, but as it is, he gives his team a lot of momentum with a solid return. They'll start this drive from their own 35-yard line. The give to the back. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. They'll need to show urgency to get another play off before the clock hits 0.
Roll it, roll it.
That's the end of the quarter, and FIU is on top. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Might as well give it to him again.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
Little touch pass to the receiver. Can't get him to the ground. Oh, he's got some space. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a 1st down.
And these touch passes, it's so hard because there's always action off of it, right? If I fake this pass and I can run it up the gut or I can throw it and they just spread me out and make me defend so many things, and you could tell they got on the edge quickly, got the big 1st down.
The give to the single back. They get him down. Ron picks up 4. They'll mark it at the 19.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gather maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
I don't think that's the way they drew it up. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Smith. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
Defenses are put in such a tough spot when offenses get in 3rd and short because the whole playbook is open, and
he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, FIU. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, a big time top 15 duel. Get right to it. Ohio State is currently trailing, but if this young star leads a comeback today, he could join former Heisman winners like Eddie George and Archie Griffin in the pantheon of greats in Columbus. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Penn State. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this Big Ten battle.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Hands it off on the counter. picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line. The Cavaliers moving quickly to the line.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
They get him on the ground at the 36 after a pickup of 5. They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Looking for a man. It's off. With the catch, it's Orgy. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Back to pass. Right on the money. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. It'll be 3rd and long. Gonna look downfield again. He'll pull it down and run. He gets the job done, picking up the 1st down and getting down. And the Cavaliers have this offense rolling.
How nice is it as a play caller on a critical 3rd down in a pretty obvious passing situation when you've got a guy like this that can just take off and go get you the 1st down, right? There's no panic. Nothing's open downfield. Great job in coverage, but that's not a problem because I just know it's like backyard football again. Growing up as a kid, he just takes off. He's a better athlete than anybody you've got, and he gets the 1st down.
They'll go to the ground. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. The corners are walked up tight. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And the DB making a huge play, knocking it away downfield. The Cavaliers will try to pin them back with the punt. He'll try to really get into this one. And no chance for the return man to get his hands on that one as it hops out of bounds. The Florida International offense is back on the field. Wide receiver going in motion. To the air on 1st down. Buys a little extra time. Complete to the left. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. That's the type of explosive play you love to start a drive with. 1st down from the 42. There he goes. He makes the stop at the 48. That'll be enough for a 1st down and a pickup of 10.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield. And he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the 1st.
FIU comes out with a fresh set of downs.
Let's go.
Might be changing the route. Looking downfield on 1st down. It's complete on the right side. Stopped just inside the 25. Will mark it at the 24. Pickup of 10 and a 1st down. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. Inside the 25. They'll snap it from the 24. 1st down. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Finds his big tight end. They bring him down, but he's got a 1st and goal from the 10. We've got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. This offense has been running up and down the field, and here they are, 1st and goal, a chance to tack on another one before halftime. Trying to find the end zone. They'll mark it down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. The defense calls the timeout. Their 2nd of the day as they try to get their act together. They'll go up top on 2nd and short. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Panthers. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
Well, the quarterback had the matchup he wanted. His big tight end with that wingspan working against that defender in the end zone. Man, that QB will take that matchup all day.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown.
28, Virginia, 3.
And he's going to try to return this one. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is.
And a sack all the way back at the 5.
You're not going to win a lot of games if you can't protect your quarterback. In their last game, they got sacked 4 times, lost the game. So far in this one, they're having difficulty again. These guys up front have got to do a better job communicating and giving their QB time.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. Couldn't find any way to get out of the end zone, and they get him for a safety.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great atmosphere today in Charlottesville. And this offense has been the story through 2 quarters, extending this lead and really dominating almost every aspect of this game. We're talking lethal efficiency from the O-line right on down to the skill position guys. Though I'd argue those big uglies up front are skilled players in their own right.
Let's see if he can make a play on the return. And the returner will be dragged down. Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. Got blown out in the first half and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the third quarter.
It just starts with one play, though. You just need one thing to go right for this offense to start to build that momentum, and then that becomes infectious for the defense, for special teams. Everything can change. It just takes one play.
It really can, and it's so strange, and you can't quantify it. I don't know how to describe it as a coach or as a player, but you got to make something happen, and it's got to start on this drive.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Well, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And the Cavaliers will bring the punt team onto the field. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. He only needs a sliver of daylight. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. They'll move the tight end. Pulls and fires complete. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it.
On the set.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a 1st down.
Spider.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Swings it out to the flat. Open space at the 25. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
They're looking for an advantage to the right. Knocked down, but not before he crossed into the red zone and picked up 4 yards down to the 17.
Okay, ready?
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. end in motion. See how the D reacts. Off the play fake. Quarterback now breaking the field. He goes out of bounds right around the 10-yard line.
Got it.
On 1st and goal, let's see if FIU can get it in.
Black 24. Black 24. Igloo.
Might be calling a hot route. Oops, someone moved just a bit early, and the offense is going to pick up a penalty.
False start offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty.
On the ready.
The offense knocking on the door. 1st and goal.
Set. Ready.
They'll try the run. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Wants to go up top. Quarterback adapting. Takes the easy throw in the flat. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. From the gun, wants to pass. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the 1st down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set. Why aren't you getting past the 1st down marker? Why did you run your route short?
Big tight end makes the grab. 1st down, still on his feet. Touchdown, Panther! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And I like the decision to go for it. And I think a lot of people probably thinking this close to the goal line, 4th and goal, they're going to power it in. Nice job. They had this play ready. They go with the pass. Nice throw, nice catch. Huge job and huge execution on 4th down.
Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. The give out of the gun. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. The Cavaliers can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. The pull and throw off the RPO. Tackled at the 43 after picking up 10. Now on 1st down from the 43-yard line. The give to the tailback. He stopped in the backfield again, and this just hasn't been his night. It's been more like a nightmare. And the Cavaliers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to throw, it's Shaw. They'll run the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short game there. Instead, plenty of ground to cover for the 1st down. Wow, this offense is doing nothing. They've already punted 4 times and staring at the possibility of a 5th. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Got his man downfield. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the 1st down. They've got it at the 40. The Cavaliers are on the move. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Here's a hit. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. We've reached the break. It's FIU with the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. And his first pass is incomplete.
And it's just day for this quarterback in this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's first down at the 27.
It's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first down.
And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. And the Cavaliers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Quick release by the QB. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. The Cavaliers come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. They just keep firing. Throws to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. Defense is there to make the stop, and he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. And the Cavaliers, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. And he got nothing, and the line of scrimmage is still the 5-yard line.
And this is the area of the field where it gets really, really tough. Because the red zone, you know you got to run the football more. Well, this defense is #1 in the nation against the run. So I look for this offense to be more physical, be creative.
Touchdown, Virginia! Fired in from the red zone for the score. Once the game reaches this point, you start thinking ahead of how you can find something positive to take into the next game.
That's right. Keep the offense rolling. Try to find some plays that I can use throughout this season that I can have some more success, or I guess have success. I haven't had a lot of success today, but I'm looking for the future.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. Offense working from the pistol. They'll run it. Past the first down marker and still running. Oh, a lot of space. He's at the 10. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Florida International. That's what finishing the deal looks like. Build the lead in the 4th quarter and close in on 11 straight victories.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. From the gun, the running back has it. Fights off a defender. He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere, and he's knocked down behind the line. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Squeezes ahead for a couple. They'll get it out to the 9.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Rushes on him. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. The Cavaliers will call on their punt team. This will be the 5th kick of the night. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity ladder. He's brought down, but he's really solid. Pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. FIU gets it back, and the Panthers will send the offense back onto the field. Then that last drive, if you want to call it that, was efficient. One big run for a score. David, see if they can do it again.
Yeah, I find it hard-pressed. They're not going to give it right back to him. You break that long of a run, get a touchdown, Jesse, I'm assuming he's going to touch it again.
You're absolutely right, David. Everybody in this stadium, I think, is expecting him to get it again, too. Big-time players make big plays in big games. Let's see what he can do here.
And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, obviously you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
It's caught. Working their way closer and closer. A third down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. And the Panthers have it with a 1st and 10. Tough run gets it into the red zone, and they knock him down at the 17.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
I'll tell you, this running back, he is running behind an offensive line that is playing in unison right now, doing a great job communicating pre-snap. They're getting hats on hats in the run game.
Got it.
The Panthers back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Looking to throw on 1st down. Caught in the backfield, it's stopped. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
And there's no mercy rule in college football. They've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter, and they're still staying aggressive. They're still throwing the football, going out and executing, working on their craft. They've got bigger fish coming up down the road, bigger games. So you got to keep sharpening the tools, and that's what you're seeing.
And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. Like, I feel like we say this week in and week out, just continuing to remain undefeated. Whatever it takes, offense, defense, special teams, they have been a good unit, and that's why their ranking is so high.
51, Virginia, 10.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. This offense needs something to feel good about. It hasn't been very productive today, Jesse.
Well, I think it's just important they stay aggressive, try to throw the football, and just see what this quarterback can do here at the end of the game to build confidence for the next time they take the field.
Yeah, and there hasn't been much good today, but build confidence, sure, but just show your team you're going to keep fighting no matter what the scoreboard says.
The 15.
And that play is a microcosm of what this game has been. They have not been able to protect their quarterback all game long, early or late, up front. Moving forward, this offense has got to do a better job.
He hurls one deep down the left side. Wait till the final whistle. It falls incomplete, and that's the ball game. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them. An absolutely dominating performance.
You've got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All 3 phases we saw, just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
Nah, it's really fun to do this. Come out and just dominate opponents. Start from finish. Nothing to worry about. You just know you're better. You're going to do you.